ओके गाइस, तो आज हमारे चैनल पे जय भाई हैं। ठीक है, जय जो हैं इन्होंने पीएचडी करी हुई है लाइफ साइंसेज में और इनका एक बहुत अच्छा बिजनेस है जो अभी चल रहा है और ये बिजनेस के बारे में बाद में बात करेंगे। ठीक है, तो आज हमने इनको बुलाया है ताकि ये अपना यूके का एक्सपीरियंस आप लोगों के साथ शेयर कर सकें। और अगर आप इनसे कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहते हैं, ऑब्वियसली दिस नॉट अ लाइव डिस्कशन, आप कमेंट छोड़ेंगे, मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि ये वीडियो के कमेंट्स में आके आपको आंसर करें। ठीक है, तो ओवर टू यू जय, आप एक बार अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस करें, अपनी बैकग्राउंड बताएं, आप कहाँ से हैं इंडिया में से। ठीक है, वो बताएं हमारे ऑडियंस को एंड देन वी विल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस।
Okay, yeah, great. Thank you Sachin for calling me for this show. And
This is not a show, yeah. Come on, this is not a show. This is just a discussion.
It's a good one, and I think you are providing great value to
Thank you very much.
a lot of aspiring candidates who wants to come to UK, and so it's a good one. So my name is Jayesh Pandya. I am from Rajasthan originally. South of Rajasthan, Udaipur and Dungarpur, those areas.
उदयपुर जो एकदम टूरिस्ट जहाँ बहुत सारे आते हैं।
Yes, all the rich people wants to get married there. And
so you're saying you're rich and married there?
No. So I was not that rich.
Okay.
So I couldn't marry in those all the big palaces and all the stuff. Yeah, but so I come from there, and so I had an education in Rajasthan until bachelor. Then I went to JNU for my masters. I did masters in life sciences, and then I spent time in IIT Kanpur for a year doing research, and then I was in Bangalore for some time in academic institutions and also a company. Then I went to Sweden for PhD.
Very good.
PhD in medical immunology. So again, there was a big place, great place to do research. One of the top ranking places for medical research in world in Europe. My boss was the chairman of Nobel Committee, and so yeah, it was a great atmosphere. I learned a lot of great things.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and then I was in pharma in-house. I worked pharma in-house. Then I worked as a consultant to big pharma on their product and portfolio strategy consulting. And yeah, then I started my own business called Lifelancer.
Very
so
good.
there I am. Yeah.
So here you are, yeah?
Yeah,
Good.
thank you.
Yeah. Excellent introduction. तो आप स्वीडन में काफी टाइम रह चुके हैं?
Yes, yeah.
Around 2 year, 3 year, 5 year?
More, 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
और अब यहाँ पे आप पिछले 5 साल थे?
Around 5 years.
ठीक है, तो आने वाले नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में हम लोग पूछेंगे कि आपका स्वीडन से कंपैरिजन करके लेकिन यूके में कैसा रहा और इंडिया में कैसा रहा. So that's exactly what our motto is on this channel, right?
Yeah.
So we want to share more of experience of immigrants who are already settled in this country, ठीक है, to those who are there in India and aspiring to come to the UK.
Definitely.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up in the next question.
Sure.
Okay जय भाई, तो आपका जो मतलब यूके की जर्नी कैसे, मतलब you have lived in Sweden, तो यूके आना कैसे, मतलब आप कैसे आए यूके ही क्यों आए और कहीं क्यों नहीं गए? Like you are qualified, you have PhD, you have a lot of experience in life sciences.
Yeah.
Why UK? Nation wants to know.
Yeah. So UK is a good place, and for me, I mean, I was aspiring again to come to UK when I was in Sweden. So again, Sweden is a great place. I went there for PhD, and great country. Things are very much organized there. People are great. The atmosphere is great. Yeah, but again, it's a bit up north, a bit cold, dark, and mystic country in terms of in contrast to India. So that's one reason, a bit dark and bit cold. Another thing is the industry is small, so the country.
That's the point. Yeah, that's the thing I like about UK. At least यहाँ पे काफी सारी job opportunities हैं as compared to any other European. I'm not talking about all the European countries, but other than few European countries, I think UK has a lot of opportunities for individuals. Yeah, not only in business but also in the jobs.
Yeah, I think it's a good place for opportunities. And the Sweden, so it's a small country. The industry is smaller. So UK, the life science, pharma, medical science industry is 10 times bigger. So the opportunities are more if you want to do something. Again, the language is also one restriction if you go to non-English countries. So again, I was feeling a bit limited because of all these factors. So for that reason, I thought, nearest, good place is going to UK. I was also thinking of going to US, but then I thought UK is better choice. Being in Europe, and it's again after Silicon Valley. London is the
कनाडा क्यों नहीं गए भाई? सब आधा हिंदुस्तान कनाडा जाना चाहता है.
UK is good enough. It's a great place for innovation. Also for entrepreneurs, research. So I thought, it's close to Sweden. I'll be in touch with the Sweden, Europe, and as well as
India.
And India as well. It's close
8
to
hours.
India. 8 hours compared to
Makes a lot of difference actually.
Yeah.
One of the reason why I choose UK is because we are close to India.
Yeah.
US चले जाओ 12-15 घंटे travel में ना.
Yeah, and there's a big waiting for the green card, and also those are another factor.
Yes.
So I think UK is better. I think. Yeah.
Perfect. So moving to the next question.
Yeah.
Okay जय भाई, तो जब आप UK आए हो, ठीक है, what are the challenges that you faced? ऐसा कोई इंसिडेंट हो जो आपको बताना हो जिससे आपको लगे कि हमारे ऑडियंस को कुछ बेनिफिट होगा? Feel free to share that information. Like what are the initial challenges, and then how did you overcome those challenges?
The challenges again, I think it's very typical, even compared to Sweden. That first challenge you face is opening a bank account.
Okay.
and you don't get bank account if you don't have an address. तो catch-22 situation होता है कि भाई पहले बिल्कुल आ गए आप accommodations किसी के पास रुके हो, जैसे I stayed with my nephew, right? I didn't have any address or something, तो nobody was there to open my bank account. और पहली सैलरी आएगी तो उसके लिए मुझे सब you need address and all the stuff. So those challenges again, if you want to rent something, your salary should be 30x of the monthly rent. So all those initial challenges are there to get settled. But
फिर क्या किया आपने? कुछ जुगाड़ किया, मतलब अपना देसी जुगाड़, फर्जी पेपर बनाए, क्या करा है?
नहीं देशी नहीं. I mean उसमें luckily there's a bank like Revolut, which is like
online banking.
Yeah, online banking.
Yes.
They opened without address, just based on the job contract. So that was a good thing, because traditional banks are too bureaucratic for that reason. So somehow you get tips, and उसमें काफी जो आपके colleagues होते हैं, other Indian colleagues are there. They help you to give all the tips to overcome those challenges.
अच्छी बात क्या है ना? Now we are here, right?
Yeah.
So people can connect with us.
Sure, definitely.
And if they need any information, like we are always there to guide them.
Yeah.
But good. So फिर आपका सारा काम हो गया, मतलब that was the biggest challenge that you faced, या उसके अलावा और भी कुछ चीजें थी जो आप बताना चाहेंगे?
Yeah, that was the challenge in the first month itself, right? Before you get a first salary, right? You have to get around this challenge in the first month. But then the getting tips from the especially who are ahead of you, Indian colleagues who have gone through similar situations is important. After that, obviously, you have to learn the getting a driving license is another key thing. Though I knew driving, I passed in third time. So, once especially if you live outside London, the car is key. So it took me almost 1 year to get a license. Okay. So after that, my life went into second gear. Before that, it was in gear 1, right? Because the mobility was so less, and the degree of freedom was quite less. Yeah.
Good. So for challenges, like everyone face challenges when they come here, right? It's not new to anyone. Even I face a lot of challenges, right? What is your advice to those who want to come to the UK? What is that key advice from your side? You guys do this, don't do that. What is that thing?
Come prepared. Have the right expectations in terms of these. These sounds might simple. That if you are going and telling bank, I'm giving you money, but they are not opening account, and getting rent again to get something for accommodations. You have all this nice checks and thorough checks compared to Indian brokers. So you have to be ready. There's quite a lot of paperwork. Again, same thing with the driving license. It can be challenging, even if you're not driving. You consider it can take some time. Getting driving license slot is not easy. It can take many months before you can get the next one. So first year you have to be prepared for go through all this.
But driving, I think जो driving का experience आपका रहा है, or anyone who's coming from India, I think वो थोड़ा different रहेगा, because Indian license पे 1 साल आप UK में drive कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, because you came from Sweden, so you had no luxury, right? But those who are coming from India, they have that luxury that they can drive on Indian license for a year. But within that year, obviously, they need to sort out their licensing things. Car खरीदो, insurance दो, सब कुछ करना है. Thank you very much for this. Let's move to the next question. All right, जय भाई. तो हमारा जो अगला question है, क्योंकि हमारा जो channel है, we are trying to connect with different set of audience. जॉब जो लोग ढूंढना चाहते हैं यूके में आके, वो एक प्राइमरी हमारे ऑडियंस हैं ऑलरेडी. ठीक है. तो उनके लिए मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता हूँ कि आपकी जो फील्ड है लाइफ साइंसेस, उसमें जॉब मार्केट कैसी है यूके की, और इंडिया से जो लोग आना चाहते हैं उनको किस तरीके के कोर्सेज, सर्टिफिकेशन या डिग्रीज करनी चाहिए ताकि उनको यहाँ पे आके अच्छी जॉब्स मिले.
Sure. Yeah. So, life sciences again, ये is one of the field जहाँ पे talent shortage है. You know, like technology, IT, life sciences is one of the field. Healthcare हो गया. So life science means healthcare, pharma, biotech. So इसमें बहुत सारी jobs हैं. On bench jobs हैं और non bench jobs हैं, जैसे regulatory affairs, clinical research, discovery and all the stuff. So काफ़ी areas में talent shortage है. So UK government is promoting those skilled immigration. So those kind of visas can be easily available. So if you can find the jobs, I think you can get the sponsorship for those one.
Okay.
और उससे related अगर आपको masters वगैरह करना है talent, तो yes, I mean those courses are attractive actually.
तो कोई इंडिया में से ऐसी कोई स्पेसिफिक यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं जहाँ के कोर्स यहाँ पे अच्छे से रिकॉग्नाइज हैं, ऐसे कुछ हैं?
इतना डिटेल में नहीं मालूम है, बिकॉज अगेन मुझे इट्स 5th year, आई हैव नॉट gone through those fields in UK. I came via Sweden, but in general, like I understand कि demand काफी है, and बहुत सारे fields जो है, जैसे bioinformatics हो गया, data analysis into pharma, biotech, and और भी बहुत सारी jobs हैं. I mean, in our circle, regulatory affairs काफी high paying jobs हैं, clinical research high paying jobs हैं. So इस तरह के जो भी courses हैं, once you come into life sciences, biotech, pharma, kind of masters or those kind of, if you already have masters and skills into that one, you can apply for those jobs because there is a talent shortage
for sure.
Yeah.
तो आपका जो बिजनेस है लाइफलांसर, थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में बात करते हैं. डू यू थिंक कि मतलब उसके पीछे आइडिया क्या है, आप क्या करना चाह रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा ऑडियंस को बताएं, देन आई विल हैव फ्यू मोर क्वेश्चंस अबाउट लाइफलांसर.
Yeah, sure. So I am from life science field. तो मैंने पूरा field देखा है from discovery stage to preclinical, clinical, commercial stage. India, UK, and Sweden. So a lot of areas. So इसमें क्या है, बहुत सारा we are living in post-COVID era. There are a lot of jobs which are remote and international, not only in that space or talent. So the employers also hiring remote and international into this one. Countries like UK, there is a talent shortage. So to keep into all these aspects, we are building a platform जहाँ पे हम लोग connect कर रहे हैं employers को talent से and talent को opportunity से, and these opportunities can be remote, international, anywhere. And the platform is global, so it's not only limited to UK or any other country. So it's a domain specific platform जहाँ पे life sciences talent can find international jobs, remote jobs. On site is also there, but another way around as well. Employer can find talent, whether it's a remote, international. We also take care of hiring, compliance, and payroll from the employer for the employer. So this is a good way. I mean, if you are in these kind of platforms, obviously you can get the initial warm introduction with the employers.
Right.
If for small projects or initial, small contract as well. Because मैं जब UK आया तो I mean that was one thing. From Sweden to coming to UK, I had a talk with some of the employers, and had a chat with them on this kind of different kind of platforms, and LinkedIn is also one of the platforms.
Right.
So you make initial connection if you want to come on the job directly, right? I said randomly, if you apply for the job, the chances are bit less.
It's not
recruiters
less.
are a bit hesitant. That if you are from suddenly from another country. They don't want to go through additional hassles or the risk or the manager or the hiring manager or recruiter. So usually your application will go down. But if you already have some sort of connection with the employer, right, by a small projects or then the chances are much higher, because this is how I got the job in UK, because I made a connection with the employer first, and then I came for interview, and that's how things work.
सो लाइक फॉर द ऑडियंस, इनका जो प्लेटफॉर्म है लाइफ लांसर, ठीक है, अगर आप यूके नहीं भी आना चाहते बट आप इंडिया में से ही रिमोट जॉब करना चाहते हैं लाइफ साइंसेज डोमेन में, ठीक है, आप जा सकते हैं, इनके प्लेटफॉर्म पर रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं. देयर नंबर ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज लाइक जो आप वहीं से बैठ के काम कर सकते हैं. इफ यू नीड मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन, आप इनके चैनल इनकी वेबसाइट पर जाएं और लाइक आपकी टीम वहाँ पे रहेगी सपोर्ट करने के लिए.
we have everything.
यस, तो उनकी टीम है जो आपको पूरी हैंड होल्डिंग करेगी, आपको एडवाइस करेगी, आपके रिज्यूमे भी अगर करेक्ट करने पड़ेंगे तो वो कर देंगे. ठीक, तो एक बार जाके एक्सप्लोर जरूर करना अगर आप यूके नहीं भी आना चाहते बट काम करना चाहते हैं यूके में. ठीक है, तो मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन जय भाई, तो जॉब मार्केट के बारे में बात करते हैं. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट लाइक कल्चरल डिफरेंसेस. जब आप यहाँ आए होगे तो आपको लगा होगा लाइक अरे मैं कहाँ आ गया एकदम से, कैसी जगह है, राइट. स्पेशली स्वीडन से जहाँ अंधेरा रहता है, कम से कम थोड़ी सी लाइट निकलती है, राइट. तो कैसा लगा था, मतलब व्हाट आर द कल्चरल डिफरेंसेस यू फेस, और आप इंडिया से भी कंपेयर करके बता सकते हैं कि इंडिया से स्वीडन, स्वीडन से यूके, क्या कल्चरल डिफरेंसेस थे जो आपने लाइक यू रियली फाइंड लाइक सीरियसली, ऐसे कौन से मूवमेंट है वो?
Merrily, I mean, I was bit less of shock because I've been to Sweden in another extreme, right? So UK is a best of both world and average of both world.
Right. Okay.
India and UK both for the weather as well as the cultural differences. But when I went to Sweden first time, yeah, there was a lot of cultural differences. For example, timing. We Indian people are usually late. And 1 hour late.
IST है, Indian Standard Time. Yeah.
If you tell Swedish people that 6 o'clock is the event, they'll be at the gate sharp. 1 minute before, just 1 minute before, not even 10 minutes before. So things are like this. UK is also I think bit less punctual, but much more than the India. Commitment maybe thoda kai bar like people are very frank here, saying yes or no. We Indians usually too much on a maybe, right? So that's also one thing here. People are very upfront that if they can do something or they cannot do something,
they will say it upfront.
Yeah,
that's actually sometimes it is good.
Yeah.
Like you might feel bad initially, but I think that's how the culture is.
That's how.
Very
so
well
you might find they are arrogant, but
yeah,
they are being normal, right?
Yes.
If they're saying no to you, right?
Yes.
And even if you insist, they won't say yes.
Yes.
In India, if you if you insist 2 or 3 times, right? Yesterday we went for a ride, in the park, amusement park, and like some people jumped the queue and they said, no, sorry, the time is finished, 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
now you cannot. Even they requested 10 times. No means no.
No is no. Yes.
That's one thing. Another, so nothing to feel, that they are rude or something.
Yeah.
This is how the culture is.
जैसे वो उसमें कहते हैं अमिताभ बच्चन वाली मूवी में, ना अपने आप में एक वाक्य है पूरा है. सेम इसी तरीके से ना यहाँ पे पूरा वाक्य है. So if it is no, it is yes. It's a very well spotted cultural difference. Perfect.
Also for like you ask someone for like the food, right? So if you say would you like to have something, and if they'll say no once, and if you say one more time, it might sound that you are pushing them too much, right? Yeah. So if they say no once, I said okay, probably they don't want.
Probably like generally no one shares food here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't offer them.
Yeah.
That's a better advice.
So those are the things that you get used to it, and also the commitment side. Sometimes people from India side we have seen like especially shopkeepers or people. We overcommit things and people don't deliver. And here again I've seen it's Sweden also that if they cannot do it in 7 days, they'll clearly tell you that sorry, we cannot do it in 7 days, it will take 14 days, or we cannot do it in 3 days, it will take, and very clear like in India again same things that you push them, they'll say probably yes, and then eventually so you get used to it, but there's nothing matter. You learn with the time.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's something we all need to learn when we come here. It's definitely a big cultural shock.
Yeah.
that we get, but everyone learns over the period of time. So moving to the next question. Okay जय भाई, तो next जो question है वो है कि like हम लोग obviously हमारे पास passport कोई भी हो, but we are Indian, right?
Yeah.
हिंदुस्तान, ठीक है, तो हम इंडियन तो हैं और हमेशा इंडियन ही रहेंगे. So obviously सब लोग अपनी कम्युनिटी के पास रहना चाहते हैं, तो we also feel like living close to Indian community. आपका क्या व्यू है इस पे कि should we live close to Indian community, should we live away from the Indian community? आपका पर्सनल व्यू क्या है इस चीज को लेके?
Living close help especially in the beginning, you get a lot of help, advice. You know, there is or experience. I mean, there is no replacement. You cannot find those things via reading books or even blogs. So it's quite important. Yeah, but living only within the community and building a kind of a balloon or cocoon around it, it's also not good. So you should also be
Exploring
acceptable to the other
to the
culture
other-
and start learning very quickly the other culture, and so in the long term this will help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
तो मतलब एक दो अच्छे से बाहर वाली कम्युनिटी में भी अपने फ्रेंड बनाने चाहिए so that we learn more, right?
definitely, yes.
Because ultimately we are living outside India, so we need not to worry, like we need not to live in that, you use that word,
Yeah, cocoon, yeah, only have build a bubble around you.
जो उसी में रहेंगे तो फिर इंडिया से बाहर आने का क्या फायदा है?
Definitely.
We need to learn the other cultures as well. Perfect advice.
So explore the other culture and also start learning, and take the good things from other culture
everywhere. Yes. So moving to the next part is like, as per you again, what is the financial advice you want to give to the audience? Like, कुछ financial planning करनी चाहिए आने से पहले, या मतलब वहाँ पे कुछ setting करके आनी चाहिए कि भाई financial independence हो यहाँ पे, क्या मतलब what is your advice?
The financial thing again, this is again unique system. Probably you have covered into some other videos that there's a credit rating thing here.
Yes, of course.
That was not there in Sweden. So again, difference. And when I came to UK, I was completely, it was like a blank page. I said I have a gold bank account in Sweden and all those things. So they said, sorry, for UK you are new. We cannot offer you account or even loan or something unless you have this nice credit history. So even European account was, or it was not useful for me.
It's
so
not counted here, eh?
Yeah, so it was very important to have and to build this, and there's a system here which you need to follow around your credit history and everything, or credit score you need to build over the time. That is helpful into so many things.
Yes.
So that's one thing. Follow the rules for a lot of things, whether it's driving or other cases, because once something, if you're not behaving well, then it can create problem for various things in the long run. And things in the system, it's difficult to get away.
Yes.
Once you have
we don't have that
some sort of a mark.
Indian type की जो flexibility वैसी नहीं रहती है, right?
Yeah, even from parking fines.
Yes, perfect. Alright, Jay bhai, तो अब हम लोग like we are reaching towards the end of our interview session, right? And like what is the best part of the UK? Like जो आपको बिल्कुल एकदम लगा कि हाँ, this is the thing I should do, and that's why you came here. वो क्या है सर? कौन सा part है?
Best part, one is, it's a good country, English speaking country, so language is not barrier, because that's what I faced in Sweden. Again, there's a big enough for a lot of opportunities. Weather is decent weather. Though English weather is not considered good, it can rain anytime, but still it's not that extreme, it's not that cold. Extreme. So you have a lot of things, good things about the countries, nicely developed countries. There's a lot of good system. Obviously, things are never perfect in any country, but still, a lot of good things are here. No gun culture like US. So again, I like that thing.
Yes, of course. That's the important part. Like I heard this somewhere. Like in US now they're giving training to students. Like if someone is coming with a gun, what you need to do? Seriously? Give me a break.
So that's to me it's crazy. So it's quite good. Quite cultural as well. So many good things about opportunities wise. Again, there are quite many opportunities if you want to do, and you can drive the country pretty much.
तो जय भाई, आपने यूके की इतनी सारी अच्छाई करी है, अपना हिंदुस्तान तो अपना हिंदुस्तानी. What is the thing that you miss a lot about India? Emotional नहीं होना है, practical बताना है.
What do I miss about India? Obviously. Coming out of countries is not easy, no matter how great is the countries and lifestyle. You miss your relatives,
of course,
and
friend circles.
Friend circles. You don't get exact same culture, so that's the usual thing. You stay away from most of your family if they are not here. especially in my case, right? And sometimes there's your whole family is here. That's
Yeah,
a different
then
case.
you don't
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah, yeah.
you're away. Yeah.
Yeah, still UK. I mean, you feel home because there are quite many people from India and other countries as well, especially around London. So it's quite cosmo. Yeah, again, it's like not easy, especially in the early years. And I mean, if both couple need to work, if you think you can just work alone, no matter how much great salary you have, it's difficult. The system is to have a good lifestyle. So if two people are working, that's a great thing. You need to do pretty much everything by yourself. So getting help, the small things which you take from granted,
Taken for granted in
house
India.
help and all.
Yeah.
Here you don't
This
have.
becomes a luxury here if you
Yeah,
have it.
yeah. So you don't have that. So yeah, those kind of things are there. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So now we are almost like end of our discussion, right?
Yeah.
So what is your final piece of advice to our audience? Like all our audience, they're the people who are aspiring to come to the UK or any other country. So what is your advice?
So my advice is, I mean, it's the UK economy is based on innovation, and innovation is dependent on talent. So it's more intellectual kind of economy here. It's not too much of manufacturing. So I mean, if you can develop those skills, technical skills, and also relevant soft skills, I mean, you need to be good at into your domain.
Yeah.
Whether it's a life science, IT, or within life sciences, again, there are so many domains. So whether you are coming for masters or whether you are coming for job, you need to be really good, because this will really help you to settle. I mean, you shouldn't be cutting corners or taking other kind of means, because it doesn't help.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
If you have good skills, I mean, there are a lot of opportunities, and the salaries are good.
Yeah.
So be good at what you are in your
doing.
field.
Yes.
Focus on few things, and then excel into that one, and then it will make things easier to come and settle.
Yeah. So that's the kind of advice can only come from someone who has spent his life in research and PhD. Of course, you need to focus on one thing. So I think thank you very much coming to our channel, and it's pleased to have your interview.
Thank you.
A lot of peaceful advice, like important thing that you have shared with the audience. And I'm pretty sure, like guys, if you want to ask anything to Jay, please leave us a comment. I'll try to have him to respond to those comments, or if he could not, then at least I'll talk to him and I will reply on his behalf. But again, thank you very much. And Jay, if you want to talk about a bit about free Lifelancer initiative, you can feel free to share that information on the channel so that people can sign up. They can sign in from India, and more people are there. You are building a community. That's exactly what I'm also trying. So feel free to talk about if you want to.
So great. I mean, the Vydesh is doing great work in providing great advice and supporting people who wants to come to UK, and these kind of information is very important. Similar mission I have. I'm from life science pharma background, so empower these talent from life science pharma medical community, and as well as empowering those companies, employers. So that's the mission I'm going with. And for that, I've built a platform called Lifelancer. Basically, so the platform is free for talent. So anybody, if you are from life sciences and also IT domain or relevant IT domains, you can use the platform. You can create your profile, increase your opportunities to find, international jobs, projects, and get connected to the employers. It's a two-way platform. Normally on the, you apply on the jobs and you just wait here. Employers can connect with you directly if you have a nice profile and portfolio. So use these opportunities, and it's completely free.
परफेक्ट. एक क्वेश्चन लाइफलांसर के लिए. तो मतलब जो लोग लाइफलांसर में इंडिया से रजिस्टर करेंगे और किसी अमेरिकन या यूके की कंपनी के साथ काम करेंगे, तो उनको यूके वाली सैलरी इंडिया में बैठे बैठे मिल जाएगी?
मिल सकती है, डेफिनेटली.
So I think it's a very important point, because if you can stay in India and earn US UK वाली सैलरी, उससे ज़्यादा और अच्छा क्या चाहिए यार. But anyways, चलो विदेश, see you guys. Bye bye.